Iran to let the oil flow and prevent Iran from building a nuclear weapon. And while it extends the ceasefire 60 days, Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv.
They're not going to get sanctions relief unless they adhere to their end of the deal. And that means keeping the Strait of Hormuz open for the free flow of international shipping and also entering into these detailed discussions that will ultimately dilute or destroy the highly enriched uranium that is buried deep underground inside of Iranian territory.
Vice President Vance tells Fox he'll be in Geneva Friday to sign this agreement with Iran, and the president may join him.
This is just a great thing for the American people. I know that they've suffered from high gas prices. The president has certainly been very concerned about that fact. But what we're going to be able to do is drive down the cost of energy, not just now, but for the long term.
Now, the price of the gas pump is down $0.50 from last month's peak, but at $4.06 per gallon, AAA's national average for regular, still more than $1 higher than before the Iran conflict started. The president is on Air Force One now, flying to the G7 Summit of World Leaders.
There is a lot on the table as soon as he arrives in Evian-les-Bains in France. We are told that he will address economic growth, illegal immigration, and artificial intelligence, among other things.
Fox's Aisha Hasni in Geneva, where the president will briefly stop first. While flying overseas, President Trump hosted the UFC fight night was incredible, writing the White House has never looked more beautiful on the octagon set up on the lawn, and it went past midnight as the president watched, celebrating his 80th birthday. In another truth post he wrote on July 4th, there will be the most spectacular Trump rally of them all, a tribute to America on our 250th birthday. There was a big celebration in the Carolinas last night. Cheering at a big watch party as the Hurricanes hoisted hockey's Stanley Cup. Carolina won it, shutting out the Golden Knights in Vegas 3-0 in Game 6 of the NHL Stanley Cup Final. America's listening to Fox News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Well, that G7 summit of world leaders in France will also include discussions about trying to end the war in Ukraine after another Russian bombardment last night.
Kiev-Pechersky in Ukraine's capital is a monastery with origins in the 11th century. It was on fire overnight, just one location hit in a massive Russian bombardment. Ukraine's Air Force reports 70 missiles and more than 600 drones were launched by Russia. In Kharkiv, authorities say 5 rescue workers were killed in a drone attack on the site of an earlier strike. Multiple civilian locations, including apartment blocks, suffered damage as projectiles landed across the country. Ukrainian Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko called it a brutal assault on our people and our heritage. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Investigators in Brazil are trying to figure out why 2 helicopters collided in midair over Rio de Janeiro, sending crash debris raining down. All 6 people on board both were killed, including American singer Oliver Tree. And there was also a disaster in the sky over Missouri.
11 skydivers and a pilot were killed when a private plane went down near Butler Memorial Airport Sunday. Cause of the crash under investigation.
Nothing criminal that we can see, nothing terrorism related or anything like that. Those are some of the first questions that we would have with the World Cup being in town.
Bates County Sheriff Chad Anderson says the plane crashed into a field near the airport and burst into flames. The FAA says the plane was a Pacific Aerospace 750 and it had gotten up to about 13,000 feet before it descended. It was operated by Skydive Kansas City. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are surging on news of the Iran-U.S. deal, up nearly 500 points for the Dow. And Fox is making a big deal this morning, buying Roku for $22 billion, adding the streaming platform to the Fox Corporation. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. 2 children, 2 adults burned in a mobile home fire Saturday and taken to Carle Hospital. Crews were dispatched to Cedric Drive with the first unit surviving. Firefighters found all 4 victims outside the home. Their conditions yet to be released on this Monday. Male inmate who'd been in custody for nearly a month died Friday after being found unresponsive in the county jail in Champaign. The sheriff's office says correctional and on-site medical staff began life-saving efforts, and the inmate taken to a local hospital pronounced dead. The inmate's name is being withheld pending family notification. After 2 rounds of damaging storms Wednesday and last Thursday night, public works crews in central Illinois spent Friday clearing debris from key areas. Urbana Public Works says it received more than 100 calls, winds topping 70 miles an hour, leaving widespread damage. Crews also responded to over 50 sites throughout the day. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim
Hey,
Miller.
good morning. Monday, middle of June, June 1-5. That's 15 more days, according to my math, Greg. You got half of June is gone and 6 days away from the longest day, and then we start going the other way. I'm just lamenting how much I love the daylight in our hours, you know? Just nice.
That's right. Yeah, in our kind of work frame of mind with the sun peeking through the weather office shades before 5. I like that.
Very nice. Okay, so hockey's over. Basketball's over.
Yes.
High school baseball finished.
Canes won it again, eh?
Yeah, the Hurricanes of
Carolina.
Yep, 4 games to 2.
Carolina, yeah.
And then the Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
Can anybody name any players from the last time they won it? I might have the whole starting lineup from
1973.
I think I have the whole lineup.
Okay.
Willis Reed was the center. Dave DeBusschere forward. Bill Bradley, future senator, forward. And then he had Earl the Pearl Monroe and Walt Frazier.
Huh.
So there you go.
Good job, Stevie.
53 years ago.
No Wilt Chamberlain?
No, Wilt wasn't on the Knicks. He was a Philadelphia guy and then the Laker guy. So anyway.
Was he in the Lakers still then?
He was Lakers. Yeah, he was still with the Lakers. Jerry West. I remember those guys.
No.
Elgin Baylor. But the Knicks are the champions of the world. Jalen Brunson, who's from Illinois, up in the Chicagoland area. He came to Illinois. He and his parents talked to John Gross, but decided on Villanova and won a title with Villanova. And then he's the best non-looking good guy I've ever seen. It looks like you can guard him. You can't guard Jalen Brunson.
Oh.
If you step back, he makes a 3. Mm-hmm. If you go up, he goes around you and either flops or gets fouled. Okay? He's on the ground. And he can make the most incredible shots. It was just mind-boggling.
He was on fire.
He's the MVP of the NBA Finals, so congratulations
That's
to our
right.
Illinois guy, Jalen Brunson. He was terrific.
Well, thanks for defining that. I had seen some social media about, there he is with the Orange Crush, or maybe he visited the school.
He visited. He came here and talked to John Gross, who was our basketball coach, and I think it was us in Villanova, and dang it. I went to Villanova. Anyway, terrific player. That season's over. Basketball will get a whole July, August, 3 months off. It's a 9-month season.
It pretty much is.
9-month season. And the playoffs last like 8 of them. It's just so long. It's unbelievable.
We win the World Cup, too, so now it's on to Australia on Friday.
Does anybody know, since 1920 they've had this World Cup? Do you know how many times the United States has won? How many wins does the United States have in the FIFA?
I mean, probably 0.
No, they have 10.
Oh, we have 10?
Out of 100 years, we have 10 wins.
Okay.
So we're not very good. But maybe this time we're a little better.
I know.
We beat Paraguay 4-1.
Uh-huh.
And I actually got a little mesmerized.
Oh, you did?
Because they were doing the kind of the 4-corner in the old basketball ways when you're stalling. They were back in midfield kicking it back toward their goal just to keep it away because they had up 3-1, then scored late to make it 4-1. But no, pretty good. And I don't know how many foreign players we have, but probably some.
Right, right. Your soccer coaching skills from the Park District days when the kids were weeby pop soccer.
Yeah, I coached Nathaniel till he was 12. That
you did?
Got out of hand because A, I didn't know anything. B, the field was too big, couldn't see. So we liked the little peewee one.
Yeah, the peewee. That's what I was trying to
turn your neck back and forth. Snacks meant everything. I could coach at that level.
Exactly.
No, it's amazing how good the top athlete is in their field.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. And St. Joe Ogden is your 2A state champion.
Go Spartans. Congratulations.
Yeah, we have a good group of folks at St. Joe area listening, and congratulations, because that's hard to do. I think the championship game, though, was in the sectional. When they beat Unity 6-4 in 9 innings, they've only played 7.
Right.
And in the championship, they only played 5 because it's 15-1.
Right.
So it's kind of a running
against
clock.
Harvest Westminster out of Elgin.
Yeah.
But on a 40-2 season, SJO wins the IHSA State Championship for Class 2A.
Way to go.
They beat Unity 6-4 in the sectional. That was their last close game. They just blew everybody out.
Man, now we got nothing for sports, Stevie.
I don't know what to do. You might have to shut her down. Our weather this morning brought to you by Hometown Grounds, serving Mad Go Coffee and a kids' play area in downtown Tuscola. It's called Hometown Grounds.
I loved the London fog when I was there in downtown Tuscola. Hometown Grounds.
All right, let's check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier. Awfully good start to the week. Maybe a little rain coming our way this week, sir. Where did he go? Greg?
Maybe when I said something about sports, he was like, oh, I guess we're done.
No, I don't think we had the forecast.
I don't either.
Okay, that was weird. Just kind of went away. 7-11. Going to be nice today. I think we're 74.
For sure.
And then there's a pretty good chance of rain tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. And
man, we had those storms that blew through, but then that made for a nicer weather over the weekend.
yeah, winds were there. You go. There you went. All right.
Okay, what happened?
Connection problems. The Wi-Fi mouse and mice have evidently not been fed correctly this morning. So
Well, I was just bragging.
my bad.
Bragging about the good-looking day today, but maybe rain moving in our week. Right? I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're going to be in and out and on and off and more on than off on the rainfall across the area, coming off the deluges of last week and the severe weather, of which are still getting cleaned up and assessment and all that kind of back in order around here. So just small opportunities and really getting to a point where we don't really need any more rain. We need some warmth, some dry time, and some heat involved, and none of that showing up on an extended basis as well. So I think we're kind of looking at some of these crops that may take a little more of a yellowish turn and look with time. But in the meantime, this is the best day of weather for the week is currently underway at 59 at Willard and Savoy, to 60 at Danville, to 57 at the Kankakee, up to 76 today, down to 55 for tonight. Crease and clouds tomorrow, breezy, maybe shower in spots mid to late morning, then showers, thunderstorms for the afternoon. Good coverages at 75 on a gusty southwest wind. That moves out that batch early tomorrow night, low down to 56. Rinse and repeat for Wednesday. Early morning sun, midday clouds, late morning and afternoon showers and thunder, and a Wednesday high at 77. That stuff still winds through the area on Thursday at 79. Highs up near 80 Friday and Saturday, dry time, but then chasing scattered showers around Sunday and Monday. Still back to cooler weather with daytime readings in the upper 70s. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, my friend, thank you very much. Coming up on 7:14, we check some sports headlines.
Well, we touched on so many different aspects of the winning ways this weekend, which was wonderful, as I stay with that alliteration theme. What we only got was the Chicago White Sox winning 6-4 yesterday.
They beat the Dodgers 2 out of 3 now. They beat them 2 out of 3. So now they got to go to play the Yankees.
What?
Yeah,
what's
White
going
Sox?
on with the
I don't know.
Chicago White Sox?
That's,
We're just so used to, them being stinko since they had that, almost record-breaking losing season, but 6-4 winners yesterday.
No.
So their record is 38-32.
Man.
So, wow. Chicago White Sox fan,
the best
proudly having that sticker on the back of your car or whatever it might look like. Now they've got the Yankees with a 6:05 start tomorrow.
Yeah, you got the best team in Chicago today, the White Sox, not the Cubs. Cubs are barely 500.
And
2-3 games
beaten
over.
by San Francisco 5-1 yesterday. They're wasn't it back with the Rockies then? Didn't they just play the Rockies?
They played them out there.
Or maybe it was St. Louis. Anyway.
Well, they just played the Rockies out there. They lost 2 out of 3. They play them again in Wrigley.
7:05.
Okay. All right.
So, you'll hear that over on US 105.9. For our Cardinals beaten by Minnesota, let's get more details.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and yesterday at Target Field in Minneapolis, the Cardinals saw the Twins score 2 in the 7th and then 1 in the 8th to win 5-4, taking 2 out of 3 against the Birds on the bat.
Really good start from Michael McGreevy, who went 6 innings and gave up 2 runs. Quality start for him, but the Cardinals' bullpen faltered in the 8th and the 9th inning. The home run by J.J. Weatherholt late looked like it might be a Cardinal winner, but the Cardinals did not pick up enough runs.
Alec Burleson also hit a home run in the game, extending his hitting streak to 14. It was the end of a hitting streak for Jordan Walker at 10 as he went 0 for 4. The Cardinals tonight will play against the San Diego Padres, the first of 3. It's only a 3-game homestand, 6:45 tonight and tomorrow, and then 1:15 on Wednesday. It's Dustin May, 4 and 6, and airtime is 5:50 from Busch Stadium. The Cardinals and the Padres back home tonight.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
That's actually the first time this season I was disappointed in the Cardinals because I had zero expectations. They weren't supposed to win but 70 times,
right,
and be last place and all of those things. So
and now they're 38 and 31 on this
second
season.
place, 5 out. Cubs are 7 out. I don't think anybody's going to catch the Brewers. Maybe the Cubs. I don't know if the Cardinals are real yet. They're having a wonderful season. I mean, Jordan Walker is an all-star if he gets the votes. The kid has, 17 or 18 homers and 57 RBIs?
And boy, that was refreshing when
goodness.
we saw him coming out of the gate strong with the big bats. Because, we've seen him in, I think, my family went to see him in Memphis, is it? When he was bumped down to AAA?
I just know he was really, they were about to give up on him. And
Right.
he's having kind of what they thought he'd be. He's that. Anyway, first time disappointed because Cardinals gave away 2 out of 3. I mean, they really had leads and the bullpen couldn't hold it. But, again, blessed are they that expect nothing, for they should never be disappointed.
Yes.
So 14 games before the All-Star break, the Cardinals play the best teams in baseball. We'll see where they are at that point.
Right.
So, the Cubs are, I'm still thinking the Cubs got to be at least the second best team in that division, but we'll see.
We've touched on so many of these headlines. Now, NHL with the champion in Carolina's Hurricanes, winning that series 4-2. And the Knicks over San Antonio, low-scoring game, 94-90 on that finale on Saturday night. First time since 73. And Jalen Brunson, we touched on as the MVP for the series. Boy, New York was sure happy. And it didn't seem like there was much as far as the rioting that might come.
Oh, there was rioting. There all kinds of rioting.
I guess I missed
yeah,
it.
there was
like,
plenty of
good.
Somebody got shot in the foot.
Celebrating
yeah,
nicely.
It wasn't. No.
Okay.
It was the normal.
Darn it.
Why do you do that when you win? Feel.
Right.
What are you doing?
I hate when that happens.
All right, we got to check our weather. Brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. And how about the agreement with Iran that came on Donald Trump's 80th birthday? Also have the national anthem from the UFC thing.
Oh, good.
Wow. And a flyover.
Right.
And gas prices are headed south. We got all that next. Stand by. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity in the wake of that period of rainfall on Saturday. Better weather yesterday. Nicest weather for this week. Today with sunshine, light west-southwest wind. Highs up to about 76 degrees. That's still several degrees below average. Fair tonight, comfortable 55. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy. A couple of showers, thunderstorms in spots late morning. More widespread in the afternoon, though. Highs up to 75 and a gusty southwest wind. Showers and thunder wind down early tomorrow night. We'll bottom out at 56 and becoming cloudy. More rain back in the forecast late morning and afternoon Wednesday. Showers and thunderstorms there. Highs up to 77 degrees and a gusty southwest wind. Breezy, partly sunny, lingering shower threat at 79 to 80. The outlook for the day on Thursday. And dry weather short term for Friday and Saturday with highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Back into chasing some scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday. They'll wind down Monday. High temperatures still on the cool side of average through early next week. Highs into the upper 70s, lows near 60. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
At Busey Wealth Management, we're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Crude oil futures are retreating. President Trump says U.S. and Iranian officials have reached an agreement to end their war and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. oil, West Texas Intermediate, slipped below $80 for the first time since March. Brent crude is at $83, and stock futures are rallying. A tech and energy giant are teaming up to develop artificial intelligence centers. Francis Schneider Electric and Foxconn, best known for assembling iPhones, say they'll help customers build and operate AI infrastructure with greater speed and efficiency. Fewer people will be heading out this summer in a new RV. Reuters says the recreational vehicle business is in a slump because of high fuel prices. RV makers shipped about 13% fewer units at the start of this year compared with a year ago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you, would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If someone wants to build their dream home, how can you help them find that perfect property?
Yeah, these are getting tougher and tougher every year. Everybody's looking for specific properties. Maybe it's high character. Maybe there's woods, trees, water, pond, lake. The more that Champaign continues to grow, and some of our rivertown communities offer some of them high character lands, a lot tougher it is to come across these. We have found a huge network of potential sellers and landowners that have told us, hey, if the number makes sense, we'd be willing to sell. And that doesn't always have to be obnoxious. A lot of times that's just timing. We've also found a lot of these parcels, if we get enough demand, that they're willing to chop up and we can subdivide again. I think working with somebody that's familiar and been a part of a lot of these residential subdivision developments, such as ourselves, they'll be aware of the opportunities and the land opportunities for those buyers and be able to partner with the appropriate builders based on their budgets.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio. Perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust, fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, big news, and I checked every website, and they pretty much did lead with agreement between the United States and Iran for peace and ceasefire. And they're doing what Ronald Reagan always said: trust but verify. And nobody knows the exact verbiage in all of it. But they can't ever pursue nuclear weapons, and so there's that. And you're going to hear conflicting stories from them trying to save face this week because you can't trust them. And so I'm excited, but I'm not, because there's going to be some hard-line people that'll blow themselves up to stop this, because you can't not go after America and Israel. That's just not in their DNA. It hasn't been for 47 years. So, cautiously optimistic. They're going to try and be in Geneva, Switzerland on Friday to sign the deal. It's going to be J.D. Vance, and it might be Ronald Reagan. It might be Donald Trump. He's at the G7, where all these countries get together and they can talk. But it's like me saying to Joe McCullough at U of I Police, I want to help with security for the 4th of July, Joe. we're all set.
Yeah.
We don't need you. France,
That's
Italy,
right.
England, nobody.
Thanks, but no thanks.
They didn't step up at all. You can't talk about anything except way to go. Just congratulate them.
I mean,
at this point, it's
I don't know. I feel like everybody will find something. The Epstein files.
January 6th.
Bring up something because
guilty, 34 felonies. All these things. Will any Democrat say, I'm cautiously out? John Fetterman will. He's the only normal Democrat in the Senate right now. Everybody else will throw stones. Why? Senseless war. Iran's stronger than ever. That's Hakeem Jeffries, maybe the next Speaker of the House. It is just a head shaker for me. So again, do I trust it? Heck no, no.
Right.
Because they still are they going to support Hezbollah? They're not supposed to. That's in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Well, see, you just gotta. I don't know how you verify all that the way we move money. I don't know how you check that. Yes, the sanctions will go away if the Strait of Hormuz, which is supposed to open Friday,
right?
Then the flow of oil prices per barrel went down $17 in the last 2 days. It was $90 now, $74.
Oh, let's keep it going.
And gas price, I saw $4.11.
I saw $4.11.
You're going to see the threes here in the next. If it gets signed, and it's kind of looking like it might work, but there's going to be people, and I'm serious, they're going to blow themselves up in front of people. So they can stop this whole process, this horrible idea of actual peace and not wanting to kill your neighbor. Man. And obviously the people, 90 million people in Tehran and the entire country, which is about the size geographically, I think, of Alaska. It's big. They're disappointed, obviously, because it's kind of the same old, or is it? Remember, all the top people are gone. All the people that ordered the execution of 42,000 protesters in January and even earlier than that. 42,000, they opened fire. What did they do with the bodies? Who knows? They turned off the internet so nobody could film it and send it around the world. Anyway, so they're gone. All the people that ordered the assassination of all this, they're gone. They're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have a sense, it's not a change of regime, but it's a different regime. And the son of the Ayatollah, supposedly in charge, nobody's ever seen him because he thought they got pretty hurt during the first bombing. So we will see the direction, and maybe there will be somehow a shift toward a little more moderate. Let's just try not to say I'm going to kill everybody in Israel and everybody in the West. Let's start there. Let's start with your negotiations. Say, hey, I don't necessarily need you dead. Hey, that'd be a baby step,
right?
So again, it's cause for hope, and it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yes, it is.
If it somehow worked through the divine intervention of God Almighty, if this where changing the hearts of men, where all of a sudden they kind of become kind of normal, where they don't need death all around them all the time, then they're going to build a bronze huge statue of Donald Trump in Iran. You watch. They'll have a statue of Trump if the thing were to change hands to a more moderate deal. They will hold him like crazy, like they did in Kuwait when Saddam Hussein, they loved George Herbert Walker Bush back in the day because Saddam went into Kuwait, which started that whole 1990 Gulf War. It lasted, 18 days or whatever it was.
Right.
Because he did, George Herbert Walker Bush got a coalition of everybody and he went in, had a mission, get him out of Kuwait. They did that. They said, we'll go to Baghdad and get him. And that happened later after his son took over after 2001, September 11. Eventually, 2003, I think we finally went in there. Anyway, so it's a positive, good move. Let's pray it stays and works, but there's certainly reason to be skeptical that anything will work with the word of Iran. This regime, the people, you'd love talking to them. 90 million people in Iran are saying, let's go to the cafe and have coffee. They're good people. But you got a regime controlling everything, and they're kind of stuck.
Well, let's hope this holds because America's 250 is approaching, and I feel more patriotic, and we can't be complacent. Let's get out there and show our love for our country and what our forefathers have built. I was there on the Champaign County History Museum on Saturday, and they read the Declaration of Independence. 4 different people reading that.
How'd that go?
It was so good.
Anybody
Stevie.
there?
75 people.
Wonderful.
It was so.
you
we
go.
were just about ready to rain, and it held off. Everything was wonderful. And now we have all these things on display from the American Revolution, June 18th through the 21st. You can go to
At the library.
At the library.
And you got to get an appointment.
It's best to reserve your spot. You can walk up, but you might have a wait.
Yeah.
So if you just go to ChampaignCountyHistory.org, you can reserve your spot. I have the Ashley Home Store ready to go here.
Well, we'll do that right after the break.
Okay.
We do have a Stever. Ashley, we've got a Stever if you want to buy something beautiful from Ashley Furniture.
What a great store at 602 West Anthony Drive in Champaign.
All right, money to be given away. Stand by. We'll do it coming up. Also, Spencer Pratt, is he really moving out of L.A.?
Oh.
Nope, he's not.
Okay.
And I bet they'll wish he was. Stand by. He's hot.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump strikes a peace deal with Iran, where there is real division inside the Islamic Republic.
Relatively more moderate voices, like the Parliament Speaker Kalibov and also the President Masoud Pezeshkian. But then you have these hardliners in the IRGC that want to continue the war against the United States. Those production lines that give those individuals in the IRGC the ability to restock their missile and drone supply were also destroyed.
Fox's Trey Yanks in Tel Aviv. President Trump traveling to the French Alps.
All of the G7 leaders almost immediately reacted to this framework agreement and welcomed it. They congratulated President Trump, and the European Council even offering its help in maintaining peace.
That's White House correspondent Aisha Hasni reporting from Geneva. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Rural King building a new headquarters in Coles County. The governor announcing the farm equipment supplier will invest $75 million to construct the new support center campus in Mattoon. New location will hold the company's leadership and support departments, creating 100 full-time new jobs there. 2 kids and 2 adults burned in a mobile home fire Saturday, taken to Carl Hospital. Crews dispatched to Cedric Drive, with the first units arriving just later. Firefighters found all 4 victims outside that home. Their conditions have yet to be released. The investigation's ongoing. New solar project being proposed off I-74, but nearby families aren't convinced it's a right fit. Chicago's based Sunvest Solar wants to build a 14-acre facility near Carradine Drive and Ranch Lane, saying it would generate enough power for about 600 homes each year. Some neighbors say they prefer the natural habitat to remain untouched. Sunvest argues the land isn't ideal for housing or agriculture. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Check of our weather with our meteorologist Greg Solier, being brought to you this morning by I was just thinking Ashley on the brain, by the Urbana Park District.
The Juneteenth celebration will be coming up on Wednesday the 17th at Prairie Park in the Health and Wellness Center with New Souls on stage. It's part of their neighborhood nights from 6:30 to 8 on Wednesdays. Find out details at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana vicinity. As expected, some weekend rainfall on Saturday. Better weather yesterday. Nicest spell of weather for this week is today. Opportunities to get out there and assess the back 40, clean up and recovery from last week's severe weather. Sunshine at 76 on a light west-southwesterly wind. Tonight, fair 55. Southwest breeze will stay light. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy. Couple of showers, thunderstorms. Late morning, more widespread rains for the afternoon, though. Highs up to 75. On that southwest wind 12 to 24 and gusty. Couple of showers, thunderstorms for early tomorrow night. We'll bottom out at 56. The skies break late, but we'll cloud them up on Wednesday. Scattered showers, thunderstorms back in late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 77. Still a lingering shower threat or two on Thursday. Highs up to about 80 there. Some sunshine, upper 70s and lower 80s Friday to Saturday. Back in the scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday to Monday. Highs on the cool side of the upper 70s. Looks like about an inch to maybe as much as 2 inches of rain again for this week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
All right, I got a chance for you to spend some money at Ashley Furniture. I'm going to give out $500 on a minimum $1,000 spend. Ashley is such a beautiful store.
Oh, so pretty when you walk in. There's so many things that I want in my home, but I'm telling you, when it comes to mattresses or living room or dining room or rugs and decor, your office, baby, kids, outdoor, the patio stuff is off the charts. And the deals they have going, the Stars and Stripe deals have kicked in at Ashley Home Store, 602 West Anthony Drive.
All right, if you would like my $500 bill, 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line, and just text in Ashley. And you have a chance to get $500. There's some nice $1,000 pieces, and you get half off.
Yeah, they have this new Ashley Luxe line.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Quiet luxury. And
but
home
affordable.
Decor, but affordable.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things, Stevie, you need your charger all the time, and you could just throw it on the table, the end table there next to your wonderful couch, and it starts charging or whatever. It has all these ports and things like that, and different discreet ways to hold your remotes and things like that, so you always know where that is.
Oh, good luck there. Find your remote, man.
Exactly.
Yikes.
It's just, I'm telling you, they've taken it up a notch at Ashley Home Store, and we were talking with Ellen Hook about the generations that she's been in when it comes to her family and in the furniture business. In fact, I think it was German descent that her
talking
great-great-grandfather
1800s or something.
Right,
yeah.
made this bench, and that's in the store too. So it's wonderful just to go to a female family-owned business like Ashley Home Store and enjoy all the deals.
All right, so 217-359-2255, $500 when you spend $1,000 at Ashley. If you want, just text in Ashley on the Fisher National Bank text line, and away you go. You could win. Stand by for that. This is after the game when St. Joe Ogden won the 2A title.
Heck yeah.
The crowd is full of maroon and the light blue that St. Joe Ogden is known for. They're walking along. The place looks like there were a lot of people. This is after the game, after the photographs. And then a bunch of kids, I think it's the students standing along the left field line.
Now they let them go and raise that championship trophy up high for Class 2A IHSA state champions SJO Spartans after that dominating 15-1 win over Harvest Westminster out of Elgin.
Very impressive season, 40-2.
Yes. Man.
So the Spartans are the 2A baseball champions. Congratulations, all Spartan fans. Pretty impressive, to be sure.
That's right.
All right, so last night, the UFC, right?
Yes.
UFC at the White House.
I've got that. It's the fantastic 80th birthday party.
It was, there were several thousand, 4,000? What was the number? I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, the military handled the national anthem.
This is Zach Brown singing it, though.
That's Zach Brown? What happened to his beard?
I mean, maybe he's got a different look now. I don't know.
Who's brought stripes?
That does sound like Zach sang it, military backed him up.
That's right.
I didn't know that was Zach Brown.
4,300 in attendance, 1,200 active duty service members greeting the president with cheers and that happy birthday.
I didn't know that. He does not have the beard. It's all trimmed to his chin. There's no big beard, and he's bald. And he had a nice suit on, no hat.
It wasn't the normal Zach Brown appearance, to be sure.
He did a great job. And then here comes the, 15 military jets, 16 of them.
Navy Blue Angels and Air Force Thunderbirds
with the white
flyover.
stream. How did they get the white smoke?
I know it.
Here they come.
Goosebumps just thinking about it.
Here it is, flyover. I got Zach Brown as like my current favorite guy.
Is that right?
I do. I think he kind of messed up, didn't he? He had kind of some controversy.
He did have a little. Don't we all?
But I was, I'm firmly Billy Joel, but now he's kind of done because of illness. He has a brain problem. It's so sad. And Billy's like 76 or something. Always liked the Elton Johns, James Taylors. Zach just does the sound of their band. When I wanted to do a concert at Memorial Stadium, I wanted Zach Brown to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We charged $50 a ticket and raise it all for police. And first responders. I'd probably branch that because there's going to be millions we'd get.
That's right.
So we could help some first responders.
Maybe we could do a quarter to the Champaign County Freedom Celebration and supporting our patriotic festivities.
We'd probably help people of fallen heroes. I know. But, maybe 25 cents would be a good idea. Anyway, Zach Brown at the UFC. Okay, so Spencer Pratt. Ran for mayor of Los Angeles and winning solidly in a second position to Karen Bass, the incumbent, and 7 or 8 percentage points ahead. And lo and behold, the aftervote, you can call it, kind of all came in for the third place person who eventually passed Spencer Pratt by a few thousand votes. What a absolute fraud. So, Spencer Pratt, I think you ought to move out of L.A. I think you ought to go somewhere else. Get out of the cheating town. Spencer Pratt says, not happening.
Of my mission to save Los Angeles. Now that the campaign portion of my mission to save Los Angeles is coming to a close and I'm moving on to the next, more interesting phase, listen, I've spent a lot of time slaying everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. You think you can get rid of me that easily? I know a lot of dim-witted jerks thought I was in this for a grift, that I was going to roll up and leave town if I didn't get into City Hall. It's just not fair. Hey, morons, I didn't get in this for political power. I got in this to expose this corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. You enjoy your worthless meetings in City Hall.
Nikki, you have all this information. You're running for mayor. Show what you're really about, or get out of the race.
I'm going to be lighting you up every single day, and now I don't have to worry about offending CNN viewers. I don't have a campaign laws hamstringing me now. It's war. It's 0 hour for Los Angeles. Angelinos are now stuck with 2 morons responsible for all their problems, and they have to choose between Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Here coming up, though, he has something pretty interesting here.
That's not a choice. That's the machine protecting the machine. And now every problem that plagues Los Angeles because of these 2 corrupt communists is going to accelerate. And the city will tumble headlong into the abyss. You have no idea how many major developers, hoteliers, business owners, entrepreneurs have been texting me saying they're packing up and leaving town. More of your favorite restaurants will be shuttering. That means less tax revenue. That means the city has to cut services, more potholes, less firefighters, less police.
Johnny pointed out it's not going to necessarily be less services. It's just that the middle class will have to pay more, right? You got to go get money.
Yeah.
They're not going to cut it.
You're right.
So he said the billionaires will be us because we'll be making the most money, relatively speaking. So if you're going to stay, you're going to pay more.
Trolls, more criminals, more drug addicts terrorizing your communities. And we haven't ended it. You have no idea how bad things are about to get for this city. Look at this place already. Weeds growing from every crack and crevice. Graffiti over every square inch of public space. Garbage, drugs, feces, burned up dogs, burned down towns, abandoned storefronts. This city is a mess, and you're about to reward the arsonist who torched a place with 4 more years of destruction? I know he's very bitter. My goal hasn't changed. I've been laser focused on stopping these commie animals, and I will stop them. If you think we uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in the campaign, just wait. We have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign and
we have recordings from somebody on her staff, has to be Karen Bass, that would shame her. Well, will it? Will it even make the news?
shame. I was saving it for the general election. Go ahead.
Saving it for the general election means he knew Karen Bass was going to be top 2.
Oh.
So it has to be better.
What's he got?
Well, wait a minute. You're going from dumb to dumber, maybe. Council member is further left than Karen Bass. So there's that.
And pick your demon, certify your choice, and then you get to see it. So Karen Nithya, ask yourself, is it possible that one of your employees may have a recording of you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace? Hope you sleep well at night over the next 5 months, because you know who hasn't slept well at all for the last 17 months? My mom. All my neighbors in the Palisades, all the moms who worry about their kids walking past drug addicts in front of their schools, all the business owners getting crushed in the LA economy, worried that they can't stay in business and feed their kids. Angelinos have been struggling for years now, all while corrupt politicians and fraudulent NGOs profit off the misery and fleece us for the tax dollars. Well, now we're flipping the script. I want all of you awake at night sweating and worried about 5 a.m. when the FBI blazers bust in the door, breaking open your office, because I assure you, they're coming. You think your election was going to stop me? If you want to stop me,
you're going to have to kill me!
Well, there you go. Spencer Pratt is not going away. So you've got that.
Oh, man.
And
he's feisty.
What the world...
I mean, can we write him in if we were in LA?
Well, he's going to wait. He said he's going to wait till
third.
you pick your person, which I think is going to be Karen Bass.
Right.
And your staff means, well, I guess it could be no, it's going to be Karen Bass. And so you can continue on with no way you can rebuild. Donald Trump came and said, you need to let people go to their houses tonight. She said, no, just a week. Well, it's been a year.
Yeah, how long has it been?
No permitting. Can't get permitting done.
Since his home was burned in the 2025 Palisades fire. That's what made him so feisty on all of this. And city council member Nithya Raman is the second.
Yeah.
So it was 34%, 29%, and 25%.
Well,
to
all the votes come in for Raman, really? I mean, it was so uneven. And, of course, after the election, when you knew the number you needed, it's just beyond comprehension how they've got it so rigged in California. And so the goal would be to have a one-party system in our country, and we're not that far from having that happen if you can control how the elections are run. I don't know if they're actually breaking any laws in California. You can go out and fill ballots out for people.
Because they mail them out to all the citizens.
Yeah, and you can harvest them. They may or may not know who you're voting on their behalf.
That's right.
But that's legal in California. Mm-hmm. So the system is set up to where you don't have one vote, one person. One person, one vote. It doesn't happen like that in California. You can dump a bunch in the drop boxes. So there's a lot of that. And, if you don't... Well, they never convicted it. Well, pretty hard to prove fraud on the inside when you have 65 people deep all on the same page. It's going to be difficult. I believe there's a story from 1984 where 65 people did get indicted in Chicago because the guy that was promised the job didn't get it.
I see.
Kind of told on everybody. You can fact check that.
Oops.
Okay, so there you have Spencer Pratt not going away. Should be pretty entertaining, and he'll be on some of the shows, not probably very many, because they don't want to cover that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the big news internationally is there a deal between Iran and the U.S.? That's what Donald Trump said last night on his 80th birthday. And, of course, there are websites that tout how ill Donald is. There's unidentified bruising going on, and he's losing his marbles. That's what they're saying. He looks pretty darn good for 80.
Right.
He's doing pretty well.
And we walked into that UFC Freedom 250 with CEO Dana White. He looked pretty confident, and the crowd was pretty charged up.
Yep. John Decker will tell us how it went on Thursday. He was there. He's one of the, I think, pool news guys that got to go. And, so I'm sure it was fun. UFC, it'd be about, I totally would watch pro bowling over that. I just don't dig guys bloodying each other's face.
That is some fighting there.
Yeah, that's a kind of the old days of, playing in the ring, except an animal won't eat you at the end.
The caged-in fights.
It's certainly real. Maybe people got tired of the wrestling thing where, a lot of that looks like you're hitting them, but they're not, kind of thing. So now you got real because you see the blood. But in fact, I did watch pro bowling over the weekend. I turned to CBS before the golf coverage, and there's pro bowling. And you know how some people spin it without using the thumb hole?
Yeah.
The top guys were doing that.
And it goes right on the edge, almost on the gutter, and then it curves around and you got a strike.
The reason they're not scoring big, I mean, the final, the guy won with a 198. The oil on the lane is greasy, and you miss by a half an inch, you got a split. So here's this guy here's a guy that had won 3 Pro Bowlers Association titles in a row, going for the four-peat. So he's sitting there and gets a split on the 10th frame and can't pick it up. So then the next guy, the competitor, he needs to get, I think even a spare and 9 pins would have done it. But if he had a strike and he needs 6 pins on his last ball, that's it. And the poor guy got a split and he couldn't get it. Couldn't pick it up. He was very close to picking it up, but didn't. So he lost, and the other guy won. What is a pro bowler in the World Championship? What does he earn if he wins?
$100,000.
There's actually called the Bowlers Players that pays $100,000. For the championship yesterday, the guy got $35,000. Oh wow! Hardly enough to retire on. So if you want,
he probably does have a regular job.
I don't think, you can't. Well, if you do the tour,
right,
you might win 10, 15,000.
They do have a lot of patches on their bowling jersey of sorts.
I guess there is such a thing.
The sponsorships. Can you get a sticker or something on your bowling ball, I wonder?
Yeah, my son points this out. No better indicator of being home alone than a 5-minute segment on pro bowling. No, you're right.
True call. Thanks for calling us out on that.
No, that's absolutely right. You know that Janet was out of town when I had pro bowling on. But I had not really watched that like ever, and it was kind of interesting.
Right.
But I was more shocked that the guy that lost in the semis had a 150. Heck, I've done that.
Right.
Not on those lanes though. Oh, that grease, that's pretty oily down there.
I remember at Old Orchard, there was a 300 game, and they had to check the oil on the lanes, and there was one little scrubber that was out or something to authenticate a perfect game or whatever.
No, it's
that stuff is important.
Listen, there's a lot of bowling leagues. Our guy, there's a lot of people appreciate this 5-minute segment on bowling.
Exactly. Actually, Kurt Linshaw, I don't know if he's sponsored yet, but he has a great bowling team, and on the back of their shirts it says, "We're here for the pizza at Old Orchard."
That's what I'm talking about. All right, our weather now brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. If you need a free evaluation, call Watts Copy Systems, 217-352-0428. There are a lot of people that do bowl on league night.
We love bowling.
But it's like unbelievably frustrating. I do much better with the bumpers. It's now 7:53.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana for Saturday. As expected, some weekend rainfall on Saturday. Better weather yesterday. Nicest spell of weather for this week is today. Opportunities to get out there and assess the back 40, clean up and recovery from last week's severe weather. Sunshine at 76 on a light west-southwesterly wind. Tonight, fair, 55. Southwest breeze will stay light. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy. Couple of showers, thunderstorms. Late morning, more widespread rains for the afternoon, though. Highs up to 75 on that southwest wind, 12 to 24 and gusty. Couple of showers, thunderstorms for early tomorrow night. We'll bottom out at 56. The skies break late, but we'll cloud them up on Wednesday. Scattered showers, thunderstorms back in late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to 77. Still a lingering shower threat or two on Thursday. Highs up to about 80 there. Some sunshine, upper 70s and lower 80s Friday to Saturday. Back into scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday to Monday. Highs on the cool side of the upper 70s. Looks like about an inch to maybe as much as 2 inches of rain again for this week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Ball 4. Blue, timeout. Bobby, what's the dealio? You've watched 3 straight batters.
Skip, I bought my wife a kitchen package of appliances, and I just realized I got them from a store that doesn't have a service department.
Oh, for the love, Bobby. I'm going to have to go to the pen, bring in Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey guys, Bobby, when you go shopping for a new appliance, you need to buy from a store that has service.
That's Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
At Dick Van Dyke, we have our own certified techs to take care of any issues that pop up after the sale is over.
Kinda like a closer to seal up the wind?
Exactly.
I can feel the stress leaving my body, Skip.
Now you're leaving the game, Bobby. Paul, you're in.
Okay.
Next time, leave the hot dogs in the dugout.
But they're just too good, Skip. Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We stand
The Champaign County Restore is a nonprofit home improvement store and donation center that sells new and gently used furniture, appliances, cabinets, home accessories, building materials, and more at deeply discounted prices. Proceeds from Restore help fund Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County in an effort to eliminate substandard housing in our community and around the world. Hours on Tuesday 10 to 6, Wednesday through Friday 10 to 2, and Saturday 10 to 4. Visit cuhabitat.org.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champaign. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service, very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
Jesse Stevens with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. One of the most common questions we hear is, why does this line keep backing up? Clearing the drain fixes the symptom, but there's often an underlying issue. At Lands, we clear the line, then run a camera to help confirm what's behind the problem. You decide what to do next with confidence. Call 355-5512 for Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
At Nick Shirley, the guy that broke open the Minneapolis fraud and then went to L.A. and they made a law that Nick Shirley can't look at fraud out there. What is that about? Anyway, he interviewed Ed Martin. I got a clip.
Okay.
Our friend Ed Martin, pardon attorney for Donald Trump, was interviewed by Nick Shirley, 26 years old or whatever, and broke all this stuff. And I also want to play a clip of Brett Bielma talking about the value of growing up on a 25-hog farm, 2,500 hogs.
Yeah.
And how he did 90 minutes of chores before school.
Yeah.
And how his father... You know how many ball games his dad went to in 20 years? His sons. How many ball games did Mr. Bielma go to in 20 years?
Oh, shoot. I mean, maybe it's limited because he was a hard worker. 20?
None.
Wow.
Mr. Bielma was taking care of 2,500 hogs.
Yeah.
First time he saw Brett play was in the Rose Bowl. I mean, that's I don't know how you possibly stay away. Oh boy. I might have missed 20 events for my kids total. I don't think I did.
Right.
I don't think it's 20.
You just got to be there.
I think it's under 10 for 4 kids. I can't even remember missing anything, actually.
That's the case. I'm not in that chapter now is the reason why I can do so much volunteering. But there are volunteers saying they're going to step up. It's just that they can't come to any meetings or anything and help organize at all, even though they're passionate about things like I am when it comes to the 4th of July or Tolono Fun Day, because they're going to be going to these grandparenting games.
Well, I never. I
can't wait till that chapter.
I was on no boards, no nothing intentionally because Janet needed me at home.
Yeah.
I didn't have to run off to a meeting when there's 4 little kids. And even then, middle school, high school, I want to go to everything. Whatever sport they had, whatever musical they had, whatever chorus they had, whatever anything. It isn't like, another. That's where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
That's the only place I wanted to be, is with them. And now it's like, okay, where's my chaos? What happened? What's happening? I think I hear the crickets outside. I think it's crickets, I think. And so I dog sat over the weekend for a day. Enjoyed the heck out of that.
Nice.
But man alive, and I knew this would happen, where you just wait for a phone call from somebody, and we're walking around, it's just the busyness of it all is hard you're just taking a breath. Your vacation was walking to the mailbox slowly. That was it. But that's what I loved.
Yeah.
I sat there feeding somebody at 2 a.m. one time, and I said, I don't want this to go fast. I don't want this to go fast. I don't want this to go fast. It went fast.
Yeah.
The news is next. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J. Glad you're along on this Monday, June 15. Somewhere around 60 degrees right now. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The U.S.-Iran deal will be signed Friday in Geneva. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Vice President Vance will be there, and he tells Fox.
People are very good over there at fighting each other. They haven't quite learned how to make peace. But I think under the president's leadership, we've turned over a new leaf. We're going to keep on working at it.
It's called a Memorandum of Understanding, extending the ceasefire while nuclear negotiations continue and allowing shipping and flowing again through the Strait of Hormuz. And oil prices are falling as a result, down more than 5%. Gas is a $0.50 cheaper than the peak of the Iran price surge last month. Analyst Trippett Lundberg tells Fox.
It may end up to be the peak for the whole year, depending on whether the agreement to end the Iran war and the full opening of the Strait of Hormuz is actually imminent.
Iran had demanded Israel stop its attacks in Lebanon as part of the deal, and Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv.
Israeli ground forces remain in the south of Lebanon. There are reports of an Israeli strike in southern Lebanon this morning, and the Israelis certainly will be looking to the north, where Iran-backed Hezbollah remains in Lebanese territory. And so Israeli officials certainly are not happy with this agreement, but the bottom line here, President Trump didn't want an endless war in the Middle East. He wanted a situation that would address his key priority, and that was ensuring that Iran never had a path to a nuclear weapon. And those are exactly the detailed discussions that are going to take place over the next 60 days.
President Trump's on his way to France for a G7 summit of world leaders. They'll talk about Iran and also the war in Ukraine. Federal investigators will be in Missouri the day after a plane crashed and burned after takeoff from Butler, killing all 12 people on board.
Now, that flight was carrying a group of passengers preparing for a tandem skydive with some of their family members left behind at the airport, where they tragically witnessed this fiery crash.
Fox's Todd Pyro. Two helicopters collided in midair in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, killing 6 people inside both, including American singer Oliver Tree. America's listening to Fox News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Not only are oil prices falling on the U.S.-Iran deal, stocks may surge at the opening bell on Wall Street this hour. Dow futures up more than 500 points. Before leaving for France, President Trump inserted himself in a Senate race in Georgia over the weekend, endorsing Congressman Mike Collins ahead of tomorrow's Republican primary runoff election. Collins is facing former football coach Derek Dooley. The winner will try to unseat Democratic Senator John Ossoff in November. A Republican senator not running for re-election in Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, is in a hospital bed.
A spokesman for Senator McConnell would only say he's receiving excellent medical care, but that's about all. McConnell has had plenty of health issues in recent years. A few months ago, he was hospitalized for 8 days after experiencing flu-like symptoms. He fell and sprained his wrist while walking out of a luncheon in 2024. He was hospitalized with a concussion in 2023 after falling in a hotel. After he returned, he twice froze up during news conferences. The 84-year-old former majority leader announced last February he's retiring when his current term ends in January 2027. Jill Nato, Fox News.
There is a new champion on ice.
When Carolina trailed Las Vegas 4-0 in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, Coach Rod Brindamore changed goalies. And while they lost that game in overtime, the series was never the same.
The Carolina Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup for the second time.
Courtesy ESPN, Carolina down Las Vegas 3-0 on Sunday in Game 6 to win it. That backup goalie, Brandon Bussey, stopped all 22 shots he faced. 37-year-old Jordan Stahl, the longest tenured Canes player, is the oldest winner of the Conn Smythe Award as playoff MVP. Tim McMaster, Fox News.
At Soccer's World Cup, Australia shut Turkey out 2-0. Those are the other two teams in the U.S. group. The Americans play Australia Friday after beating Paraguay in the opener. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. After 2 rounds of damaging storms Wednesday and last Thursday night, public works crews in central Illinois spent Friday clearing debris from key areas. Urbana Public Works says it received more than 100 calls, winds topping 70 miles an hour, leaving widespread damage. Crews also responded to over 50 sites throughout the day. 2 children, 2 adults burned in a mobile home fire Saturday and taken to Carl Hospital. Crews were dispatched to Cedric Drive with the first units arriving. Firefighters found all 4 victims outside the home. Their conditions yet to be released on this Monday. Male inmate who'd been in custody for nearly a month died Friday after being found unresponsive in the county jail in Champaign. The sheriff's office says correctional and on-site medical staff began life-saving efforts, and the inmate taken to a local hospital pronounced dead. The inmate's name is being withheld pending family notification. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I think I quote Ronald Reagan when he talks about, being an American.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our 250th.
Yes.
Thank the good Lord that we're here and we made it that long. But, yeah. Anyway, this is what the Ronald Reagan, 1988, W was 40. So Ronald Reagan was the 40th president.
Most of the 80s.
He was elected in 80 and left January 2089.
Mm-hmm.
So he was certainly there for 2 full terms. And then, he wrote that heartbreaking letter in like 89 or 90 about his Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy Reagan commented about how difficult a disease it is because you miss them. They're just not there.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ronald Reagan, I love this. It maybe gives you a little more appreciation about the fact that you're in this country, the fact that we live in the top 5% in the world, that our poverty isn't poverty from the standpoint of a third world nation. Our life expectancy is way higher because of the quality of life we've been blessed with here. Is that Greg? Yep. So I'm going to play this really fast. Greg's on the phone. Let me play what Ronald Reagan said. I am all about this.
You can go to live in France, but you cannot become a Frenchman. You can go to live in Germany or Turkey or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or Japanese. But anyone from any corner of the earth can come to live in America and become an American.
Yep, but we meant legally. We didn't mean just show up.
Yes.
And so again,
go through the proper process.
Be tantamount to leaving your door open, like open, like wide open, not unlocked,
Yep.
open
Yep.
at night. And you'd say, well, never ever would you do that. And why? I don't know who they are. I mean, murderer, somebody that wants to kill my family, somebody wants to harm me. That's the point in making sure you vet people before they earn their way here. You don't.
I agree with that wholeheartly. Yeah.
It just
my dad immigrated from Holland, and I mentioned this a few times, and within months, drafted into the Korean conflict. But that's what I mean. It's a process. Everyone should be able to and do mandatory the process to get into the country legally.
And those that say you're cruel, you're bigoted, you're whatever phobe you are, take your door off your house. And then I'll trust that you are really consistent with your beliefs. Take your front door off and leave it off. Aren't you going to be kind to people that walk in? You'd never do that because of you got to vet them, protect your family. So I love that.
There are people that do the process in this day and age. They do it correctly. They get in. They work. They sweat. They do everything they can to make it in the country, and then there's just kind of slip through and sneak through, and that just that's I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I know 2 PhDs working, University of Illinois, and she got her visa denied to extend. She's about to give birth to a baby here in July. And you're going, those are the people we want.
Right.
The PhDs that are helping. And
For sure.
Those are the quality of, wow, you're a wow, your PhDs, your husband, both. That would be one, and there's no crime, there's no nothing, and they're all good. And you'd say, well, I don't get it. And then we have people protesting at the ICE facilities, let them go. Well, they're actually convicted murderers and people that harm people. And I don't get it. What based on what? So leave your front door off, and we'll be on the same page. Okay, feel better already. Feel better already.
Part of the morning therapy.
You betcha. Yep. All right, we check your weather brought to you by Route 45 Wayside. Sunday Fun Day this Sunday at Pasodum's Route 45 Wayside will be none other than Sawyer Brothers.
Oh, nice.
Sawyer Brothers at Route 45 Wayside with a huge patio.
Yeah,
Sunday
great
Fun
day yesterday. I saw a lot of cars there in Pasodum at Route 45 Wayside. Already sunny and 64, Greg.
Yep, what do you got in my weather forecast, sir?
Well, peoples, we've got a fine day, the best day of weather this week for whatever you have up your sleeve, getting things cranked up and ready to go on vacation, staying in a home version of vacation, heading to the Park District pool, what have you. A little on the cool side for the time of year this week. There's no real heat involved here for the next couple of weeks for openers, and I think that might very well be until maybe late in the season. But it's late in the season before we do get into some significant heat across the area, all driven by, not dominated by, but certainly driven by this strengthening El Nino setup. Some weekend rainfall tends to about a quarter inch on average across the area. That was on Saturday. Good day yesterday. Great one today. Temperatures in the mid-60s down. We'll climb this afternoon to highs pretty comfortable for the time of year. Sunshine, light west-southwest breeze, and afternoon readings up and around about 76. That's probably about 3 or 4, make that 4 or 5 below average around here. 55 tonight. Clouds increase tomorrow. And 2 wet weather systems ahead. One in here tomorrow afternoon, in particular tomorrow night. Early on, and then back in later Wednesday morning and afternoon. That'll move out on Thursday. Another inch or two expected across the area. Some spots don't need any more rain. 55 tonight, 75 tomorrow, 77 on Wednesday. Still a lingering shower with a partly sunny Thursday at 79 to 80. We'll hover near 80 with some dry weather short term Friday and Saturday. Back to chasing more shower activity Sunday and early next week. And then more cool weather for the time of year. No big warm up inside. Daytime readings in the mid to upper 70s for Sunday and Monday next week. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, the Stever is available today with Ashley Home Store.
Mm-hmm.
It is on
602 West Anthony Drive.
It's a beautiful store.
Wonderful.
I'm giving out $500 when you spend a minimum of $1,000. That's a really good deal.
Stevie, they've got some terrific deals when it comes to special financing for a couple of years also. So you can really piece this out and make those payments low, so it's totally affordable to get a new look in your home, or maybe you're moving and you want something for your living room, bedroom, dining. The new mattresses are so comfortable. Rugs, decor, office, baby and kids. The kids areas are just so many good ideas when it comes to revamping the room this summer. Maybe that could be a project that you undertake. And of course, I love the area where you sit outside and enjoy these fine summer nights. Now that the lightning bugs are starting to come out and maybe you got a fire pit going, now's the time to act and make it happen for some of your dreams. And Father's Day is coming up this weekend too. So
recliner.
That's right.
$1,200 recliner would be $700.
Or the massage chairs. They have 4 of those to choose from.
How much are they?
And you can try them out yourself.
But how much they run?
They're between $2,000 and $6,000, depending on how many bells and whistles that you want.
Well, you're not going to find $500 off at Ashley ever.
That's right.
We're the only ones in the world doing that. So 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. You can text in Ashley, and we'll know you're interested.
I wanted to tell you about my patriotic weekend that I had with the Champaign County History Museum. They've been selected with the Champaign County freedom celebration. I have to make sure I know what I'm saying here because they're so similar when it starts out with Champaign
Diane's
County.
waving a flag on TV now.
I am, because Flag Day was yesterday. So on the 13th, the Champaign County History Museum had a wonderful patriotic program, and they did a retirement of the regular colors, and then they put the 250 flag up. The cattle bank is located right across from the Champaign Police Station there at University and First Street. So the parking lot was full of chairs and people, and the Toast of Champagne sang some great songs, and Jackie Keck was leading them. Remember
Jackie King? Oh my, yeah, surely.
She was so great on Unity's stage back in the day when Polly Anderson was. I feel like she was Hello Dolly. She was Dolly.
She was Dolly. She was Marion the librarian, and
right?
Music Man
That's
with Johnny.
It, with John. So anyway, I just love seeing all these terrific singers. And right at the end, TJ Blakeman, poor TJ, he was like, talking about the freedom celebration, the 4th of July, and being grand marshals for the parade. And so I went up with my Keaton Wagler shirt and I said, don't forget, you have until Flag Day tomorrow to do $25 to donate to July4th.net to help us make this happen. And this Keaton Wagler jersey did get given away yesterday to Elizabeth Scott. So congratulations to everybody who's been donating at July4th.net. And thank you to the Champaign County History Museum for being our grand marshals in the parade at 11 o'clock on the 4th of July.
Here we go, sports headlines.
We have a Class 2A state champion in our midst with St. Joseph Ogden dominating over Harvest Westminster of Elgin 15-1. They wrapped the game early. When they had that game Saturday night at 7, I was thinking, oh man, it's going to be dark when that game, and it was kind of like at dusk. It just proved so great for the celebrations that were on Illinois Field.
Because it was 5 innings.
That's right.
They kept the kind of a running clock. Beat them so bad. And if you're a St. Joe Ogden fan, you'll want to pick up the News Gazette.
Lots of terrific pictures.
It's front pages on both the front page and the sports.
Right.
And
with them hoisting the trophy, and so much great audio. Our old intern here, Tristan Thomas with Channel 3 now, he did a great job capturing a lot of those moments, and when the students came out on the field and things like that. So the Spartans 40-2 to wrap their season with a state championship trophy. Congratulations. And we have an NBA champion when it comes to the New York Knicks with their 94-90 win over the San Antonio Spurs. It's the first time this has happened since 1973, and Jalen Brunson got a text in at 217-359-2255 talking about how John Gross tried to recruit him here in Illinois and tried to recruit so many, but it just didn't happen. He chose Villanova.
And they won a national title out there.
That's right.
And Jalen Brunson, MVP of the NBA Finals.
That's right. Carolina over Vegas 3-0 yesterday to win the Stanley Cup, 4-2.
All right. Every year, millions of seniors fall victim to financial fraud, costing the elderly about $3 billion. $3 billion. Ooh, I don't know what happens to people that take advantage of very vulnerable people, but it's not good. World Elder Abuse Awareness Month, Busey, urges seniors and their trusted caregivers to safeguard all personal information and stay alert to the common signs of financial abuse. Plan ahead to protect assets. Carefully choose a trustworthy person. Lock up your checkbook. Never give your personal information. Never pay a fee or taxes to collect, quote, sweepstakes. Never rush into a financial decision. Consult with a financial advisor or attorney before signing. Get to know your banker. Check references and credentials before hiring anyone. Pay with checks and credit cards. And you have the right not to be threatened or intimidated. Can you imagine threatening an older woman?
That's terrible.
If you believe you're a victim of financial abuse, be sure to talk to a trusted family member. Got to make sure you can trust them. That's tough, too. Talk to your attorney, doctor, maybe a personal Busey banker. The best way to protect yourself is to be proactive. Busey wants you to be informed. You can visit Busey.com or stop by one of their many convenient locations to meet with a Busey associate today. Busey for over 158 years. Member FDIC. Okay, we check your latest weather with our meteorologist Greg Solier. Brought to you this morning by Sweet Petunia, Antiques, Collectibles, and so much more. They're in the Outlet Mall area in Tuscola. Easy drive.
I love a great antique store.
Yep, here's our latest with meteorologist Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity in the wake of that period of rainfall on Saturday. Better weather yesterday. Nicest weather for this week today with sunshine, light west-southwest wind. Highs up to about 76 degrees. That's still several degrees below average. Fair tonight, comfortable 55. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy. A couple of showers, thunderstorms in spots late morning. More widespread in the afternoon, though. Highs up to 75 and a gusty southwest wind. Showers and thunder wind down early tomorrow night. We'll find about at 56 and becoming cloudy. More rain back in the forecast. Late morning and afternoon Wednesday. Showers and thunderstorms there. Highs up to 77 degrees and a gusty southwest wind. Breezy, partly sunny, lingering shower threat at 79 to 80. The outlook for the day on Thursday. And dry weather short term for Friday and Saturday with highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Back into chasing some scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday. They'll wind down Monday. High temperature still on the cool side of average through early next week. Highs into the upper 70s, lows near 60. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solje.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report. Crude oil prices have dropped after President Trump said the U.S. and Iran reached an interim deal to end the nearly 4-month-old conflict. Brent crude at the $83 a barrel mark, West Texas Intermediate at $80, and stock futures are rallying. Individual investors trading on platforms like Robinhood, E-Trade, and Fidelity, who purchase SpaceX shares, won't be able to sell for a quick profit. Reuters says platforms are restricting sales for 15 to 30 days, and they could lose access to future IPOs if they cash out of SpaceX. Fox Corp, parent company of Fox News, is buying Roku, the device and streaming giant. Fox is paying $160 a share. It's a deal valued at about $22 billion. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Fly direct to Orlando or Tampa on Allegiant, straight from the Central Illinois Regional Airport in Bloomington. The family won't have to wake up early for a long drive to Chicago, no long-term parking expense, and no long security lines. Spend less on gas and enjoy free parking. Travel to and from Florida through smaller airports with easy check-in and shorter security lines. Fly Sierra. Go to Sierra.com/Allegiant to book today.
Sierra.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across Central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right thing safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoul, on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Big news, Tolono. Philo Exchange Bank is growing to better serve you with a new branch opening this spring. For over 140 years, we've delivered hometown community banking that you can trust. And when it comes to loans, your decisions stay local, made by local lenders who know our community. Visit us soon at 411 North Long Street in Tolono, right on Route 45. Go to philobank.com for more information.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Some people want to go get Anthony Fauci for all the stuff that he said that wasn't true. But he got one of those, in fact, his attorneys were all over the Biden campaign, Biden administration rather, and they got a deal like the day before Biden left office. And then the attorney had to properly accept, and they said, we accept the pardon. And that, I guess, theoretically means you can't go back and say, hey, you can always get them in a state level, because these are federal pardons, so they don't really count if there's a state issue. So anyway,
I don't know. That ship has sailed to me.
Well, if he think about that, how many millions of people died during COVID, and what did he say that could have really hurt us? Don't you pay for things that are lies?
He's 85 now.
I'm just saying. Do you just say that about any? What about the Nazi guys that were 80?
Well, that's true.
I mean, there are people that kill people, and I don't think Fauci intentionally did, but he did lie about gain of function. We were clearly funding that. Anyway, it's. I don't know if you let people go simply because that ship has sailed, or do they? What about the DNA guy from '82 who murdered somebody and you?
Yeah, that was bad.
That ship has sailed. That's 45 years ago. You can't do that.
All right.
You just have to. If they did wrong, if you have evidence, I don't know why you wouldn't. All right. So Nick Shirley, this brilliant reporter that gets after it and revealed the fraud from the Leering Centers. Supposed to be learning centers, but they didn't spell it right.
Oh.
The Leering Centers. Talking to our friend Ed Martin.
Right here. So you're the United States pardon attorney.
Yes, sir.
Here inside the United States, obviously.
Right.
Just before Biden left office, literally a few hours before, he started signing a lot of pardons.
Correct.
Well, one of those,
sort of. The auto pen started signing a lot of pardons. Go ahead. Yeah.
And one of those people was Anthony Fauci.
Yes.
What's the truth about?
Well, look, I mean, one thing.
Anthony Fauci's pardon.
Well, one thing you started out. Let me just explain to folks. The pardon power is in the Constitution, and it basically says, I'm summarizing, the president can pardon anybody he wants for any reason he wants. There's not a procedure set up. There's not a system. It's really the founders knew that there were times where you needed to write something that was wrong or do something you wanted, and that's what they gave them. So it's any president can pardon anybody. With regard to the end of a term, Biden was in a rush down the stretch, or his staff was, and they were pardoning all kinds of people. They did all kinds of commutations at the last minute, all with the auto pen. The only signature on pardons that you see with a wet pen is Hunter Biden, which was signed at Thanksgiving. All the rest are auto pen, which begs another question. But most importantly, you can see, and these are email exchanges where Dr. Fauci's lawyer is saying, will there be pardons for Fauci? And then in the morning of January 20th, and just in time for the change of the presidency, Fauci got his pardon. And you have to accept, under American law, the one thing the Supreme Court has said is you have to accept the pardon. So Fauci immediately had his lawyer say, I accept the pardon, and sent that in. So they were very aware that they needed that, and they wanted it.
Okay, so that's Ed Martin talking about it. Now, is the auto pen legal? Apparently it is. So even though Joe Biden probably didn't know all the people he pardoned, his staff did. Mm-hmm. So those always come in. I think every president's done it. Donald Trump pardoned everybody January 6th. And so, but Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton had hundreds of them the last day. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's always that, but the president has that power. And Ed Martin, think about that. He's like, you got to go through Ed Martin.
Yeah, pardon attorney.
Yeah. So if he tells the president, I recommend this, I think I have to ask him this sometime. I mean, how many does Trump balk at? Probably none. If Ed Martin, his guy that he trusts, is telling him XYZ, this wasn't fair, this was this, I bet you that Ed gets him through. But I can't imagine how many people approach the pardon attorney. This happened to me. And then you got to verify it's all true. Because you got to hear both of it, right? Because somebody could be both sides. You're not exactly sure what happened here. And then you got to go. I mean, I can't imagine what it takes to vet somebody who wants a pardon. And there's got to be thousands of them asking. Thousands. So you have a staff, and I guess you go through it diligently, and then you make a decision. All right, coming up, Brett Bielema on working on the hog farm and how it shaped his life, how it shaped his coaching. And then I like to think I could tell every athlete what to say perfectly. I hear athletes talk. I'm going to give you a grade on Dane Eisenminger. I got a clip.
Okay.
Stand by. It's 8:30. Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump declares one of the most exciting days in the history of our fabled White House. He's now flying to France for the G7 after securing a peace deal with Iran on his 80th birthday. Vice President J.D. Vance tells Fox.
I think we can say with confidence Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. We got a lot of work to do, but a big win tonight.
Opening the Strait of Hormuz with signing Friday in Geneva. Then the president hosted the UFC cage fight on the White House lawn, and stormy weather held off. He's arriving shortly at the G7. Fox's Aisha Hasni in Geneva.
There is a lot on the table as soon as he arrives in Evian-les-Bains in France. We are told that he will address economic growth, illegal immigration, and artificial intelligence, among other things.
With the price of oil sliding and worldwide markets soaring on the peace deal, America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. 2 children, 2 adults burned in a mobile home fire Saturday and taken to Carle Hospital. Crews were dispatched to Cedric Drive with the first unit surviving. Firefighters found all 4 victims outside the home. Their conditions yet to be released on this Monday. Male inmate who'd been in custody for nearly a month died Friday after being found unresponsive in the county jail in Champaign. The sheriff's office says correctional and on-site medical staff began life-saving efforts, and the inmate taken to a local hospital pronounced dead. The inmate's name is being withheld pending family notification. After 2 rounds of damaging storms Wednesday and last Thursday night, public works crews in central Illinois spent Friday clearing debris from key areas. Urbana Public Works says they received more than 100 calls, winds topping 70 miles an hour, leaving widespread damage. Crews also responded to over 50 sites throughout the day. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Ellen Hook is with me from Ashley, and you've got Lux, kind of a high-end designer brand.
So we are rolling out a whole new Ashley, and we'll have so many items in the store that look and feel very expensive, but are affordable. So you're getting name brand, high-end looks for the Ashley prices, and we couldn't be more excited about this launch. It's the best thing Ashley's ever done. We're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com. Looking for bold flavor and a good time just down the road? Head to Smoke and Shine Moonshine Bar and Grill on Route 45 in Tolono, where the food is slow smoked and the fun comes easy. Sink your teeth into tender brisket, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering wings, and smash burgers done right. And don't miss what locals call the best patty melt around. Pair it all with one of their 28 flavors of moonshine. Happy hours from 3 to 5 and catch live music every Saturday night. For more updates and their full menu, like Smoke and Shine on Facebook.
ESPN 93.5. You want a $500 bill to Ashley? Wonderful store. Great people that'll say, "May I help you?" If you are interested in $500 off a purchase of at least $1,000, it's available. 217-359-2255. That's our Fisher National Bank text line. And you might win.
That's right.
Easy as that.
602 West Anthony Drive. You'll shop inside the next 7 days and get $500 off your $1,000 or more spend. And boy, will it upgrade whatever you're doing. Even the patio is going to look a lot nicer with some of that outdoor furniture.
I believe that is all correct. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Dane Eisenminger, this is the kid that led Unity to the runner-up finish in football, 3A. It's really hard to keep the basketball, football classes.
Yeah.
Because I think we were 3A in football, but 2A in basketball.
What a phenomenal season, a phenomenal athlete. And when he did the Zoom, we had Quinn Flavin in. She's from Ivesdale. She's a junior at ISU, and she's studying journalism and sports information. And, as soon as we started, our eyes just lit up. I think he looks a lot like Heath Ledger when he was in A Knight's Tale in 2001.
Okay, so that's more of a, isn't he cute kind of a thing. I was judging.
I think we were the only ladies on the Zoom, and so.
Yeah, you've been listening to me too long, your questions. That guy pass interfered in the end zone.
I felt so bad, Stevie. The radio came out, and not the journalism of, have some decor.
No, we don't really do journalism here. It's opinion. It's like the editorial page. Anyway, we pointed to Dane that he said, "Oh, we ought to talk to him, and we're going to be best buddies." That's exactly what you say.
That's what you say.
What about going?
I was trying to get, aren't you going to like? Argh!
Well, I kind of led you to that when I told you off the air, but I would have probably not directly. I just said, there was clearly. But anyway, again.
Right, but this is with the Byron player. And
the Byron player pass interfered on the last play. It was as clear as day. And we'd have had the ball at the 1 with 18 seconds. So it doesn't mean we'd have scored. But I'm just saying it was what it was. And so he just was perfectly diplomatic. Saying, we've already talked about all that. We're going to be best buddies. That's exactly what you say.
That's right.
So here he is talking about going to the playoffs and beyond.
I haven't had much time to think about it, but obviously that's the goal at the towards the end of my career, as quick as possible. And I mean, that honestly would be a dream come true. Hopefully win, 11, 12 games, keep everybody happy with me, not lose any friends along the way. So just keeping everybody happy and, winning some games and make college football playoff, all that stuff.
I would say Dane Eisenminger exceeded all of my expectations. He was measured. He was mature. He was diplomatic. He was great. They give him a full A on his first presser. What happens if he gets good enough to play? I mean, and I also love the fact that he's not being coy. This was his dream.
Yes.
Does that remind you of anybody? Anybody say Brad Underwood, the best coach in America, who says this is the best job in America with the best fans in America?
Yep.
He says, why would I go anywhere else? Why would you mess with Happy? And so Dane is equally appreciative to have a shot to be in the quarterback room. He knows he's not going to play right off the bat, but maybe he evolves, gets the whole muscle stuff going on.
Right.
And works with the strength coach in football and all the nutrition. You know they got a bowling alley in the Smith Center?
Yes, I do.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Franks told me that. I didn't know that. So,
it's so
I don't know
great.
If, does Dane go to...
It's smaller.
It's a lane.
Just need a couple, a
It's
lane
just
or
one,
two.
I think it's one lane.
Yeah.
And I think the Vermillions funded that from Philo.
Nice.
Anyway, it's really a heck of a place. Apparently, when you know Io DeSuma, this is all basketball now, and Casper Shaka Jonas and Taryn Shannon, they all come back here tells you something about the hyperbolic chambers.
Absolutely.
It helps your oxygen levels
and Adam
healing.
Fletcher's just so good. And when it comes to nutrition and, when your body's going to fire and fuel it for success and all the things, it's just amazing. And Dane Eisenmenger also welcoming a lot of the Unity Rockets into a camp last week where, we're just learning that he's part of the U of I now. And, he knows all these players that are coming in for the camp. And how cool of a moment that was brought up in this media presser that lasted about 10 minutes or so. So really good things on his answer. I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, really, really impressive. So, you've got that. And then our head football coach, Brett Bielema, was raised in, what's the town?
In Illinois.
No, it starts with a P. Oh,
Prophettsville, maybe? Or Prophetstown?
Sounds right. And his dad had a 2,500 hog farm. Mm-hmm. And guess who got the help? Brett. In the first interview I had with him, he said, I hated working for my dad.
So
I never got paid.
Silvis, Illinois.
Yeah. No, it's not like Prophetstown.
Maybe that's where he was born or something.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's something like Prophetstown.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the Bielema farm was big. His dad worked for 20 straight years without seeing a football game. And never took a day off. Apparently, he did 7 days. Well, if you got that big of an operation, you got to hire it because they need stuff every day. And apparently, his dad was that kind of a worker. It
was an 80-acre hog farm in Prophetstown, Illinois. With brothers Bart and Barry.
What did that smell like? It couldn't have been good.
Right.
That's a lot of hogs, man. Anyway, let's hear Brett Bielema talking about that.
Would not trade in the way I was raised for anything. I grew up on a farm, 2,500 pigs. A lot of times we would get on the bus at 7:30. I would get up at 5:30 and go do chores for an hour and a half. We never missed. My dad, in my 18 years and then 2 years into college, 20 years, had never taken a day off until he went and watched us play in the Rose Bowl.
Unreal.
So I think the things that I learned, right, you never take a day off if you do anything worth doing it right, because there was a day where my brother and I, we wanted to go fishing. So we were building a fence that we kept in like 50 pigs, and we were supposed to put 5 horseshoe nails on every fence, and we started just doing one at the bottom, one at the top.
Uh-oh.
And the fence looked great until you put all the pigs in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came in on a Saturday morning, I remember, and there was pigs all over our farm, and we're like, what the hell? Da, 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 da. It's because we cut a corner.
Yeah.
And it looked good until it was really had to work, right? And I always go back to that moment, like, everything that I do as a football coach, I want it to be intended to have a result of what we want it to do. I never cut a corner. I think our guys, I've never been on a blue blood type program, even when we were Wisconsin, Illinois, we're winning as big. I've never really fit in at one of the blue bloods because I like to, put in an honest day's work to get an honest day's result.
I would disagree vehemently to the never take a day off.
Wow.
You miss too much. Now, I trust, because I do think he works 7 days, Brett Bielema. But I also think he catches the moments that his daughters have stuff.
Absolutely, and I'm here to testify to him cutting a rug with Briella and Brexley at the father-daughter dance, the daddy-daughter dance.
Doesn't sound like his dad would have done that.
Right.
So that's good, because you the moments, I don't think Brett's going to lay there dying thinking about X's and O's. I hope not. I think he's going to remember the girls and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, you never want to leave the regrets out. The tragedy of a man's life is when dreams turn to regrets. That's the tragedy. You can't regret. And you got to make sure you understand what it is that's valuable in your life. It isn't your work. Sorry. It's important, and you got to do what you got to do. But that's not what you're thinking about when you're about to die. You're going to think about the God moments you had with your kids or your family. And if you're not married, you don't have a family, it's going to be with your nieces and nephews or your family. It's going to be something that touched your heart, whatever that is. And those are the moments that you live for. I think when we have all of our guys together and we're doing something, that's where I feel like I'm in heaven. And hopefully heaven is something you just love so much, you're doing it. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're at peace. There's no stress. There's no anxiety. It's what we're trying to do here, but fail a lot at it.
Well, I know you were on cloud nine when the triplets were celebrating their birthday in the beginning of this month. And, you know, family was all together. And those are such heartwarming moments. I have a Ducey reunion of sorts coming up for my siblings coming back for Tolono Fun Day this year. So I'm trying to say to the committee, I can't be there because I want to be with family and really enjoy my fun day. And I feel like a lot of our coaches, not just Brett Bielema, but, you know, Chris Thomas, for instance, he comes to the daddy-daughter dances, and so does Adam Fletcher. And so I just see our coaches doing some time management. I don't know whether they're delegating to the people, the assistant coaches and things like that, the people that are in their coaching tree that can do this job so that you can make moments for your family, because it's so important. What a great message right before Father's Day comes up.
No, there, you got that. That's right. This Sunday. So it's just, you know, his dad missing the football. I mean, I'm sure he regretted that. I mean, how do you not see your kids play football? I mean,
I don't know. Some of the older generations,
no, I get it.
They
I
are
understand.
so focused on the job at hand.
And they look at the football as maybe frivolous.
Yep.
But it's done well for Brett.
Absolutely.
It's done pretty well for him. Anyway, the World War II generation are just different. Mm-hmm. And they just had to do that to survive. You know, our guys that came to Ellis Island, that they didn't worry about what day they were working. They just had to provide.
Yeah.
And that wasn't easy. So I think, as we've talked about, we've lost a little of that. We lost a step on that desire, on the importance of valuing what really, really, really is important and prioritizing that and not getting swallowed up by the world and not valuing the money and the chase too much, all of that. Anyway, cool from Brett Bielema. He's a good man, and I think he loves his family more than he loves football. I really do. He just has been illuminated. He's a guy, bachelor, golfing all the time. And his wife saw the clubs, and he just got done golfing and said, "Are you going to do that tomorrow?" He said, "I knew that was it." All right, 8:45.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Ball 4. Blue, timeout. Bobby, what's the dealio? You've watched 3 straight batters.
Skip, I bought my wife a kitchen package of appliances, and I just realized I got them from a store that doesn't have a service department.
Oh, for the love, Bobby. I'm going to have to go to the pen, bring in Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey guys, Bobby, when you go shopping for a new appliance, you need to buy from a store that has service.
That's Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
At Dick Van Dyke, we have our own certified techs to take care of any issues that pop up after the sale is over.
Kind of like a closer to seal up the win?
Exactly.
I can feel the stress leaving my body, Skip.
Now you're leaving the game, Bobby. Paul, you're in.
Okay.
Next time, leave the hot dogs in the dugout.
But they're just too good, Skip. Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We stand behind what we sell. We offer so much more. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Think you have to settle for mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible to get superior coverage and still save money with Erie Insurance. Customers who switched to Erie saved up to $951. It pays to compare. Switch and save with Erie.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Annual savings based on new customers surveyed in March 2022 who reported savings when switching auto insurance. Individual premiums and savings will vary.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family-owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell. They solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit BergTanksInc.com.
All right, sports headlines.
St. Joe Ogden Spartans Class 2A state champions with the game on Saturday night against Harvest Westminster, winning 15-1 and wrapping up with a 40-2 season.
Well, I felt good early because they had the lead. Absolutely. And the pitching for St. Joe was terrific.
My goodness.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Also, the Knicks with their big trophy for the NBA season after their 94-90 win over San Antonio Spurs. That's their first championship since 73. Jalen Brunson was the MVP. And the Stanley Cup goes to the Carolina Hurricanes, 3-0, beating Vegas and winning that series 4-2.
Jalen Brunson was a guy, he's just unlike any other MVP in my mind because he doesn't fly through the air. He isn't like blocking shots off the top of the backboard. He's just good. He steps back and drills a three over and over in clutch times, and then he goes in, gets bumped all over the place, does a fadeaway 12-footer, nothing but net. The guy's amazing. He really is something else.
That's right. And he did have a visit, at least, to Illinois in that John Gross chapter of our basketball career. And in the World Cup, of course, we beat Paraguay, and now we're on to taking on Australia on Friday.
Let's get them.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
You ever notice how 1 yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
Crime doesn't pay, but we do. Champaign County Crime Stoppers offers huge cash rewards to concerned citizens just like you, who provide anonymous tips that help law enforcement make arrests and keep crime out of our communities. Tips are 100% anonymous, and we pay cash rewards of up to $5,000. Have a tip? Call 217-373-TIPS or visit ChampaignCountyCrimeStoppers.org. Crime doesn't pay, but helping us solve one certainly does.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity in the wake of that period of rainfall on Saturday. Better weather yesterday. Nicest weather for this week. Today with sunshine, light west-southwest wind. Highs up to about 76 degrees. That's still several degrees below average. Fair tonight, comfortable 55. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, breezy. A couple of showers, thunderstorms in spots late morning. More widespread in the afternoon, though. Highs up to 75 and a gusty southwest wind. Showers and thunder wind down early tomorrow night. We'll bottom out at 56 and becoming cloudy. More rain back in the forecast late late morning and afternoon Wednesday. Showers and thunderstorms there. Highs up to 77 degrees on a gusty southwest wind. Breezy, partly sunny, lingering shower threat at 79 to 80. The outlook for the day on Thursday. And dry weather short term for Friday and Saturday with highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Back into chasing some scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday. They'll wind down Monday. High temperatures still on the cool side of average through early next week. Highs into the upper 70s, lows near 60. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solye.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in
So
Champaign.
you wouldn't have thought that was Zach Brown, right?
Right.
Okay. Zach Brown did the national anthem for UFC at the White House last night, and it did not look like Zach Brown. He's trimmed up, got a suit, no hat.
That's right.
Anyway, sounded great.
He did.
All right. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoyed the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you tomorrow. Have a great Monday.
Life is short, so why not put dessert first? At Dessert First, every day starts sweet with a delicious morning menu featuring fresh muffins, gooey cinnamon rolls, and homemade pastries. And in the afternoon, it only gets better with cookies, brownies, and rotating treats that change weekly. Got a special occasion coming up? Dessert First has you covered with custom orders including cupcakes, pies, cakes, and cookies made just the way you want them. Treat yourself today because you deserve it. Find Dessert First on Facebook for store hours and more details.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
I'm Taylor Reefstack. Hi, I'm Jennifer Reefstack. I'm the co-owner of Shimmer and Chic Boutique.
We are a women's clothing boutique in downtown Tuscola. We specialize in unique women's fashions. We have a wide range of tops, dresses, jeans, and accessories. Come down and let us style you for spring.
We have a huge Tuscola Warrior Room, women's, men's, children's, unique items.
Shimmer and Chic Boutique is located at 101 North Main Street in downtown Tuscola.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Wouldn't it be nice to visit a car dealership where you didn't feel like you were at an auction? Or didn't feel like you were being taken to the cleaners?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne. At Sarah, they offer a one-price promise. Every vehicle at a fair price, no negotiation, only the best price. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, GMC, Buick, and Subaru. SERRA Champagne.com.
Ellen Hook is with me from Ashley, and you've got Lux, kind of a high-end designer brand.
So we are rolling out a whole new Ashley, and we'll have so many items in the store that look and feel very expensive, but are affordable. So you're getting name brand, high-end looks for the Ashley prices, and we couldn't be more excited about this launch. It's the best thing Ashley's ever done. We're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.